New England interior design, where history meets home. There's something quietly captivating about stepping into a New England home. Maybe it's the way the sunlight falls across old pine floors, or how the scent of sea air lingers in a breezy, linen-draped living room. Or maybe it's just the feeling, warm, grounded, and lived in. New England interior design is not just a look, it's a lifestyle. It tells a story that spans centuries, weathered winters, saltwater summers, and the ever-turning seasons. It's both refined and rustic, classic but never stuffy. Whether you're in a cottage on the coast of Maine or a farmhouse in rural Connecticut, New England design feels like coming home. A story woven through time. The roots of New England style are deeply historical. The early settlers of this region weren't designing for luxury. They were building for survival. The architecture was simple, practical, and unadorned. But over time, this no-frills foundation grew into something rich with character. Fast forward to today, and New England homes are often layered with elements. From centuries past, original beams, fieldstone fireplaces, or handcrafted furniture, paired with fresh, modern touches. The result is a space that honors tradition while adapting to contemporary life. The soul of New England. Style at its core, New England design is all about balance. There's a sense of restraint, but also warmth. It's not maximalist, but it's never cold. Let's break down what gives this style its soul. 1. The palette of nature. Think foggy gray skies over the Atlantic, crisp white snow blanketing an old barn, the soft green of a summer meadow in Vermont. New England interiors borrow heavily from the colors of the land and sea. Oyster white walls, driftwood gray furniture, navy blue and sea foam green accents, brick red, ochre or butter yellow pops in traditional homes. Nothing too flashy, just colors that feel calm, collected, and connected to the natural world. 2. Materials that matter. If it can be found in nature or passed down through generations, it belongs in a New England home. Materials have meaning here. Wood, especially pine, maple, or oak, used raw, stained, or painted. Stone, particularly in fireplaces, flooring, and outdoor transitions. Natural fibers like cotton, wool, and linen that feel good in every season. Metal accents. Think aged brass, wrought iron, or pewter for lighting and hardware. It's a tactile sensory experience. A space that's meant to be touched, used, and appreciated over time. 3. Furniture with a story. Forget sleek, trendy showpieces. In New England interiors, furniture is often inherited, restored, or repurposed. The charm is in the imperfections. A weathered farm table where generations have shared meals. A handmade shaker bench in the entryway. A cozy reading chair with a worn patch on the armrest. A hutch full of collected china or seashells from local beaches. There's a purpose behind every piece. Nothing is just for show. Inside a New England home, room by room. Let's step inside a fictional New England home, coastal or country. The heart of the design remains the same. Here's how each space comes alive. The living room. Hearth and heartbeat. The fireplace. Usually steals the show, surrounded by built-in bookshelves, vintage art, or framed botanical prints. Upholstered armchairs invite you to curl up with a blanket and a good book. The room is softly lit. No glaring overhead fixtures here. Just table lamps with linen shades and the flicker of firelight. The kitchen. Practical and proud. A New England. Kitchen marries utility with timeless beauty. White or cream-painted cabinets, butcher block or soapstone countertops, open shelving, and cast iron cookware. There's a strong sense of order, but also charm, like a bowl of fresh apples on the counter or a checked curtain at the window. The dining room. Understated elegance, a sturdy wood table, surrounded by spindle-back chairs. A runner down the center. Maybe a ceramic vase with cut wildflowers. A chandelier, simple, maybe made of wrought iron, adds a gentle glow. The setting is always ready for a long meal, whether it's a holiday feast or a Sunday supper. The bedroom. Serenity above, all soft. Quilts, linen sheets. a wool throw folded at the foot of the bed. The furniture is minimal, but meaningful. Perhaps a writing desk in the corner, a hand-painted dresser, or a collection of framed black and white photographs. Every element whispers, peace, country versus coastal. Two sides of the same coin. While all New England interiors share a common thread, there's a delightful difference between homes near the sea and those nestled in the hills. Coastal New England homes. Light, airy rooms with wide planked white floors. Nautical accents, rope, driftwood, navy stripes. Shells in glass jars, marine charts on the walls. Sea breezes blowing through gauzy curtains. Country New England homes. Stone fireplaces and exposed beams. Quilted throws, plaid cushions, and rustic pottery. Autumnal tones and layered textures. Cozy nooks for reading or knitting by a fire, different settings. Same soul. Design for all seasons. In New England, design changes with the seasons, because life changes too. Spring. Time for tulips in vintage pictures, light fabrics, and fresh air. Summer. Open windows, crisp white linens, coastal decor. Fall. Rich colors, flannel throws, apple-scented candles. Winter. Evergreen garlands, wool blankets, and fireside warmth. A New England home always feels appropriate for the time of year. It's part of the lifestyle. New England today. Evolving with grace. What's exciting? About New England design today is how it's being reimagined for modern life. Open concept living in historic homes. Mixing high and low. Pairing antiques with IKEA. Sustainable choices. Recycled wood. Vintage finds. Locally made goods. Cleaner lines and Scandinavian minimalism blending with tradition. It's not about recreating your grandmother's parlor. It's about building a space that feels timeless but functions for today. Why we keep coming back. To It New England interior design isn't about being trendy or perfect. It's about depth. It's about the patina on old wood, the weight of hand-woven textiles, and the joy of a space that feels like it belongs to someone, not just anyone. In a fast-paced world of temporary trends and fleeting fixes, New England design gives us something else. A sense of permanence, a sense of place, a sense of peace. And that's something we'll always come home to. Would you like a version of this for a voiceover, Instagram carousel, or printable guide? I can adapt it to fit whatever platform or tone you're aiming for.